So you have got high marks in A-level mathematics, and you think you are suitable for reading mathematics in universities. Then this video might be for you. I would be showing you how to be successful in university mathematics in top institutes like Cambridge, Oxford, Warwick, MIT, and more. But before this, if you are thinking university mathematics is similar to college mathematics where you just attend classes, complete the exercises and do a tons of revision will drive you success, then you are probably wrong. A lot of students find themselves struggling during the first or even second year of studies in universities, especially in mathematics. No matter how hard they revise, there is some key ingredients missing from you to success. I was one of them. It wasn't long until found the subject not challenging but struggling in mathematics and thought it is just mental abuse to humans. I thought I need to work hard on revision, be disciplined on attending lectures and revision classes, do all the demonstrated and provided exercises in order to ace the studies. This was exactly a copy of my A-level work style. It took me 2 years to find out what I was doing wrong. I do not mean that working hard is not needed in university. However, I was not able to figure out the main hurdle that was stopping me acing the subject. There is no point for these hard work if this is not sorted out. I did not know what professors are expecting from me nor what the university would be testing on me. The question styles in examinations look random, and no matter how many past papers I did, they just don't look similar in the actual one. The weird thing is, no calculators were allowed in all my exams. Every time I tell my friends this, they are surprised. How can a math exam be held without the permission of using calculators? Before I dive into this, I would like you to comment below what is the definition of mathematics in your mind at this moment. Let us look at an authority definition of mathematics. It is the study of numbers, shapes and space using reason and usually a special system of symbols and rules for organizing them. Mathematics is broader than one thinks, in fact numbers or computations are just a small fraction of the whole subject. Most teacher in mathematics would not address the key magic word here in the definition. Reason. No matter what brand you specialize in, reasoning is always the core skills that you are required to have. Computation itself is only one of the many ways to list out your own reasoning, and it is generally not a recommended way for reasoning. Reasoning is easier said than done. It is a rigorous process that requires an adequate understanding on the materials, analyzing and then presenting it by a solid deduction. This requires a thorough understanding of materials and correlate them accordingly. This is why you can never expect the question style in university exams. Most of them requires you to attempt the problem by correlating it to basic and fundamental theories you have learnt. Spotting out where you can start and show how you build from these basic ideas to the final answers. In fact, in early years, there is no marking scheme for admission tests. There were only model answers. For those who think these are the same, they are not. Model answers are self-explanatory. Versus marking scheme provides detailed score allocation to each scoring step. Before marking scheme was implemented in 2019, marks are granted such that the presentation of the reasoning process weights more than correct answers. Despite that, marking schemes are now developed in step, interviews for Oxbridge still exist. These admission exams and interviews serve in two ways. Firstly, it is for the institute to assess mathematical knowledge of the student as well as the logical thinking of the students. Students are required to respond to unseen challenging problems. These problems are set such that they look impossible to be solved at the first instance. Interviewers are not expecting the student to figure out the answer right away, but to solve the problem with the student together. Sometimes interviewers even omit some vital pieces of information until the interviewee asks for them. Secondly, these exams and interviews also serve the vice versa. It gives an experience on students to see whether reading mathematics is a good option for them. Questions are set on a basis that if the college syllabus were taught by university, this is how the examination would look like. Adapt to the new learning environment seems challenging. The first sign for students to think about whether reading mathematics is a suitable decision for them is how enjoyable is the preparation process to those admission tests. Even though you have a good knowledge foundation, Sometimes you are not able to figure out the workflow and the correlation between your knowledge and the problem. It might be very depressing and stressful, especially when you are sitting in an examination room. The stress on not completing on time, not getting enough marks for university entry, and the feeling of resignation can easily be developed in such situation. A constant self-evaluation on how you enjoy the process of digging deep into a question, with failures most of the time. If you found that it is just a matter of pleasing someone for getting into a top university, then it might not be a good choice. Remember, by the end of the day, you are choosing mathematics because you are dedicated, that you love the subject, not just because you did well in A-levels. There is no point doing a degree on the field that you have no interest on. Here is a quote from STEP website. Questions may test a candidate's ability to apply mathematical knowledge in novel and unfamiliar ways, and will often require knowledge of several different specification topics. Solutions will frequently require insight, ingenuity, persistence, and the ability to work through substantial sequences of algebraic manipulation. Ingenuity and ability may be developed by practicing or learning from others' experience. This brings us to the reason why I am starting this channel. I want to provide some means of bridging the gap between college and university, not only on the knowledge, but also the psychology. The goal here is not only to prepare you for universities as early as possible, but also enlighten more people on the beauty of mathematics. Every week, I shall upload some worked solutions to existing mathematics admission tests, to give an insight how would I respond to the problem from a perspective of an mathematics graduate. Beside these videos, I shall also hold some lectures on common college topics, and with the complementary tutoring sessions, to let you experience how knowledge is delivered in universities. If you are a mathematics undergraduate, you would notice that this might be too short for the amount of content contained. This is true because in real life, a lecture includes the time costed for a lecturer in writing on the board, whilst all notes are shown on screen here. This saves a lot of time. Likewise, for worked problems, you might find yourself end up spending significantly more time on a particular problem. This is usual because you need to physically write down all the steps whilst I only need to show it on the screen. Remember what you have written for mathematics definition. I hope in years of time you would see how much your view has changed as opposed to today. No matter whether you are a current university student, or you are going to be one, I hope you would find your success in mathematics journey. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I will see you in the next video.